Alright, how do we sound, chat? My bad about that. Oh, wait, hold up. Hold up. Headphones are connected to the wrong device. Oh, wait, hold up. Hold up. Headphones are connected to the wrong device. Alright, I think we sound good. Yeah, we sound good. Alright, yeah, let me just pull up something real quick. Oh, hold on. I just came to the realization that it's not Pastoria City that I'm supposed to be on my way toward, it's actually Veilstone City. Whoops. I guess that makes sense, but whatever. Alright, anyway. What is going on, everyone? DeAndre here. Welcome back to some more Pokémon Platinum. This is part 8 of the anime lock. So, yeah, today we're leaving Solaceon Town behind and making our trek toward Veilstone City, actually. Not Pastoria. So let me go ahead and correct myself there in the description. And her name is Maylene. Yeah, Maylene. So yeah, we're going to be fighting against Maylene. So yeah, what is the anime lock, you guys may ask? Well, I'm glad you asked. So the whole point of the anime lock is basically, you know, unlike a Nuzlocke where you have to like box your Pokemon or release them every time they faint, the whole point of this is to emulate the anime to a certain extent, especially how the characters in the show had a much harder time than we, the players. So going over the rules real quick. Where is it? Where is it? There they are. There are the rules. So going over the rules real quick. Regarding your partner Pokemon, you must pick a partner before Gym 1. It does not need to be your starter, and it is allowed to evolve, but it has to be, you have to decide on who your partner Pokemon is before the first gym, and you must use it in 80% of your gym battles. For captures, Pokeballs, Apricorn Balls, and Safari Balls are allowed, and no legendaries, of course, since most characters in the anime don't have legendaries. For battles, no battle items, no held items, or no. I said that wrong. No battle items like potions and like the X defense, X attack, those type of items, but you can use held items, and you must match the gym leader's team size. Regarding evolution, level up evolutions are only allowed in story battles, so gym battles, Elite Four battles, rival battles, evil team battles, those type of battles. Friendship and move evolutions, those are allowed pretty much once those requirements are met. And no bot evolution items, since I feel like that kind of cheapens the whole deal, since none of the characters in the anime bought a Thunderstone or a Firestone or whatever. Now every trainer must follow the trainer code, so no sacrifice switches, no catches just for in-game trades, and you must only catch Pokemon that you plan on using. And lastly, regarding gift Pokemon, story gifts are mandatory, but optional gifts, basically if it gives you the option of yes or no, that's your choice on whether you want to use that on your team or not. So, without further ado, let's kick back, relax, hope you guys got your favorite snack ready, and let's get right into the game. Love Giratina's Cry, man. So awesome. Hey, what's going on, Overrated? Welcome. Welcome to the stream. Hope everyone's weekend was good. Mine was busy, so it wasn't as pleasant as many others, but you know, nothing too bad. Can't really complain. Overall, I'm good. Also, let's go ahead and change the lighting behind me real quick. No, I don't want to edit it. There we go. Gotta get that Aurora Borealis. Quick recap of the team, by the way. Let me also go ahead and switch to the... Oh, wait, hold on. I need to close Logic Pro. That's what I need to do. That thing was using up all of my CPU, bro. All right. Quick recap of the team. We have Nike, the Staravia. We have Akupara, the Grottle, who's our partner Pokemon, by the way. Kaishen, the Togetic. Danu, the Buizel. Raijin, the Rotom. And Perseus, the Kirlia. This is the first time I'm seeing Kirlia's Gen 4 sprite, at least for Platinum. Did not know that that's what it looked like. That's an interesting pose. But anyway. We shall continue onward to Maylene. Let me also go ahead and turn this off so that way I can see the chat perfectly fine. All right. Alright. So I guess we just go north from here. Oh, I love this theme. I know a lot of people mentioned that Hop's theme sounds very similar to Route 210. Honestly, this is a great song to play when you're just driving through. You forgot how good the Champions battle themes were? You've been listening to them lately? Mainly the default theme? Nice. They're pretty alright. I'd say so. Okay, let's just go ahead and battle you then. My Pokemon toughened up while working on the ranch. I'm right proud of them. Good for you, man. Good for you. I don't care. Alright. So you got Ponyta. You're also shiny hunting a team for the Indigo Disc whenever you get the Scarlet and Violet DLC soon. Sounds good. That's basically what I did before the Indigo Disc DLC dropped. I just shiny hunted and then I EV trained all of my Pokemon for the Indigo Disc DLC, since the Indigo Disc is actually a lot more difficult than the Teal Mask one. I actually really enjoyed it. Oh, I had a repel on. I didn't know. Hey, let's battle. Oh, fine. You don't battle me? Lame. What about you? I'm taking a rest. If I were a bird Pokemon, it would be a roost. You should rest up too. Well, that's helpful, actually. If they had to keep flying forever, bird Pokemon would eventually crash. I guess that's sound logic behind the move Roost. On why it works the way it does, I mean. Woo ho ho ho! I'll show y'all how tightly I've bonded with my daughter. I can get away with slacking off if I have my Pokemon out. Do you need help, ma'am? Is he holding you hostage? Ava and Matt. Oh, I'm sorry, how do you have a level 24 Rapidash? Please point to where I can find myself a level 24 Rapidash. He must be playing Pokemon Go. Cause that's the only logical explanation here. Oh wait, no. Keep Nike out. Keep Nike out. Just go ahead and go for a wing attack on Rapidash. And let's go ahead and send Danu out. So Akupara isn't getting freaking roasted by Ponyta and Rapidash. See, I knew they were gonna freaking target. I knew they were gonna target Akupara. So I made the right choice to switch out there. See? Now Danu's trapped in the fire vortex. No! The first time you played the Indigo Disc was when you didn't have a grasp in competitive battling and was younger. So naturally you lost half your team fighting against the champion Kieran fight. No, Kieran gave me a run for my money even when I went in prepared. Kieran actually gave me a run for my money. Oh, what the hell, man. Whatever. Whatever, bro. That critical hit was not needed. You know what? Let's test our luck with Kaishin. I meant to use Aqua Jet. Kieran really wanted to win. He even pulled out Incineroar in the battle. Everyone's favorite competitive Pokemon. Alright, what are you about to do, Kaishin? I forgot Perseus had the experience share on him. There's there's no point. Actually? No. That could come in handy for Maylene. Yeah. Boost our special attack and then just spam confusion. Yeah, that'll actually come in handy for Maylene. So yeah. Let's see what we should forget. Let's forget... Yeah, we're not gonna use teleport. Alright, let's see what you're about to do, Kaishin. That is the last move I wanted you to use, sir. You know what? That's okay. Let's go for an Aqua Jet. I am surprised you survived that, but okay. Swear to God. Okay, I was about to say, if that critical hits me. Magnet Bomb. I forgot that was a move. Critical hit, too. Pointless. The one time I don't need a critical hit is when the critical hit happens. Parent and child power couldn't get the job done. Oh, sheesh. I thought she said, oh, shush. His team is quite well built. I mean, Life Orb Porygon Z isn't something to laugh at, yeah. I think they're all pretty well built. I know the fire guy, I forgot his name. The Fire Elite 4 trainer for the Indigo Disc. He kind of gave me a run for my money a little bit. He wasn't like absolutely destroying me, but you know, he wasn't particularly easy either. Crispin, yeah, that was his name, Crispin. Yeah, I don't remember like any of their names besides what, Mina? No, not Mina. What was her name? Oh shoot, I don't even know her name. No, what was her name? Clay's daughter. No, I know Drayton. I know Drayton. What was her name? Mina's the Alola trial captain. What was her name? Let me see. Lacey. Why did I think it was Mina? I guess they kind of have the same hairstyle, but yeah. Yeah, Lacey. Let me see something. Yeah, Amorous. That was the other one. The steel one. So yeah, Crispin, Amorous, Lacey, and Drayton. Yeah. Now I remember. Only thing you change is his Hydropple's Terra type. Yeah, that's one thing that they don't do. That's one thing that they didn't do too well with just the Scarlet and Violet trainers in general. They weren't really creative with the Terra types. Like, I get it. Like, they're supposed to be type specialists, but in my honest opinion, they should have just, like, gave them a Pokemon of their respective type and then have them, like, turn into a Terra type that kind of counters what's super effective against them. Like, let's say for... Katie, for example, instead of terastallizing into a bug type, she terastallizes into like a rock type, or yeah, like a rock type to cover fire and flying types. Terra fighting on Hydropple isn't bad, but it's also not that great either. Yeah, there's no real coverage for that really, besides ice. I guess it's only that, I guess they only did that to cover ice types, but like, I would have picked like Terra Fire for that or something. Terra Steel would be way better since you get completely new weaknesses. That's true too. Yeah, Terra Steel could have worked. I guess I gotta use my bike for that. I want to battle those two trainers up there. There we go. Yay! We're gonna battle with lots of Pokemon! Yay! We're all gonna battle! Shut up. I'm only here for EXP. Pikachu and Clefairy. One-shot the Clefairy, sheesh. Can we one-shot the Pikachu as well? That would be great. Execution points. Ayy. Pikachu's frail, so I'm not surprised. Everyone who only watched the anime was up for a rude awakening when they realized how absolutely trash Pikachu actually is in battle. Who are you? Hey, check this out. Look at the luster of my Pokemon's fur. Your Pokemon's fur. Elekid has fur? I mean, sure, it evolves into like a Sasquatch looking Pokemon eventually, but I guess Elekid canonically has fur. You'll be using a Dondozo Tatsugiri team. Nice. Yeah, I just used Typhlosion, Pommet, Rapska. Yeah, I used Rapska, Palafin, Clodsire, and Cyclizar. Yeah. That was who was on my original team. No. It wasn't Was it Clodsire? No, Toadscruel. I think it was. No, it was not Toadscruel. I don't remember who the 5th Pokemon was, but I know I eventually did replace it with Hydrapple at one point. I gotta look back on it. Because it's been a minute since I played the Indigo Disc, so I don't exactly remember what team I used for my playthrough. I think that was the first, I think the Indigo Disc was like one of the first streams that where I actually had a capture card, so that was a fun one. And I streamed for a straight 13 hours and then YouTube randomly cut off like the final hour of the Indigo Disc. So yeah, that last part where I fight Terapagos is now considered lost media, unfortunately. Let's send out Perseus. I'd send out my other Pokemon, but they don't exactly have a... They're not exactly good for Elekid here. Let's go for a Magical Leaf. Please don't get destroyed by an Elekid. Don't embarrass me like this. Low kick. That did nothing to me. Oh, dude, just stop. Just... Elekid, you're a cool Pokemon. I actually quite like Elekid's design, but you need to go, bro. Elekid's like the one baby Pokemon whose existence I'll excuse. Alright, let's go send out Akupara. Oh, great. I guess Happiny is also furry? Because he mentioned fur. I always thought that Happiny had more like amphibious type skin, like an axolotl or something. Like more smooth textured skin. Or like a rubbery skin, since it's kind of like a pink blob. Also, speaking of pink blobs, I'm surprised that they didn't make the Happiny line part fairy. Or not even part fairy. I'm surprised they didn't retcon them into fairy, because it looked like that's what they were doing with all the pink blob type Pokemon. Like Clefairy and Jigglypuff and all that. I was actually quite surprised that Happiny and its family were still just normal. You think originally used Annihilate, Empoleon, Raichu, Garchomp, and just straight up Dialga and Palkia when you were younger? As of late though, you've used Annihilate, Empoleon, Porygon Z, Alolan Raichu, Tyranitar, and Garchomp. Not sure about Tyranitar though. You might need to find the VOD of my battle against Kieran in the Indigo Disc. You don't think you discovered my channel at that time? Probably not. Probably not. Most of my viewers are from the Scarlet and Violet battle streams. I rarely get like views on the playthroughs, but the battle streams, they used to be bumping. Bro said, did I take a good look? Buddy, I'm focused on battling right now. All right, I'm focused on more important things. All right, let's go ahead and put Danu in the front. Yeah, I mean, although I did do the Scarlet and Violet streams a little bit before then, but like that was when I didn't have a capture card, so it was like crappy. It was like crappy recordings of my Nintendo Switches. It was like crappy recordings of my Nintendo Switch's like screen. Like I would like record it using like my iPad or my iPhone. But now I can actually use my iPhone freely without any type of interruptions. Now I just need a film camera. Like an actual camera for... Like I just need a proper camera for recording videos and stuff like that, so that way I don't have to use my iPhone anymore. That way I can actually get something like an iPhone Air or something. Maybe one of these days I can get one. Like save up a bunch of money and just get myself a proper film camera. Actually, the one I'm looking at isn't, well, it is expensive, but it's not like super duper expensive. I'm thinking of getting like the DJI Osmo Pocket 3, which is like, which in the creator combo, which comes with like a little mic that I can use, like a wireless microphone. It's gonna be $549. So, and that's cheap for a camera. So I think once this whole teaching job goes well, I think we'll definitely got some bank. We'll definitely have some bank to spend on the camera. That will definitely become like a high priority for me. Anyway, what was I doing? I was healing my Curlia, I believe. Used to just chat before actually participating for once with a Regulation G team, you think? Probably. Like I said, I don't remember like a lot of the battles and stuff like that. I know some people would like battle me with like absolute trash teams, and then they're like, oh man, you're so tough. I'm like, dude, you don't EV train, you don't give them good moves or anything like that. Of course you're gonna suck against me. Like, I'm not even trying to be like an ass or anything like that, but it's like, come on now. And like some people are like, oh man, I finally beat you. I'm like, yeah, because you finally got good Pokemon. Or some people would like make big deals about me using legendaries on my team. I'm like, dude, I just use good Pokemon, bro. Like I don't care if you use legendaries on your team or not. Like, if you struggle against specific Pokemon, just try to find counters for them. It's really that simple. Like, I remember someone was basically saying, like, if I didn't have... Because I remember I used to use Terapagos on my team because some people would bring legendaries and stuff like that. And what sucked about it was that... Or not really sucked. What was so funny was that people would just be like, oh, I bet you if you didn't have Terapagos on your team, I would have beat you. I take Terapagos off of my team and replace it with like Cyclozar or something, and they still lose. So it's like, buddy, you just talking just to talk, bro. Found a VOD, sent it to your watch later lit playlist. Sounds good. I'm a rookie trainer, but I'll do my very best. Like no one ever was. Breeder Amber. Yeah, I don't like Magby's. I don't like Magby's design whatsoever. It looks like it was in a horrible accident. Like it fell down the stairs, bro. People be saying stuff just to say stuff sometimes. No, for real. Like, it's so funny. People were like using legendaries, and then like I start using a legendary, but suddenly I'm only winning because I have Terapagos on my team, even though my Terapagos gets taken out like halfway through the battle. Like, I'm pretty sure my Typhlosion, my Palafin, and my Clodsire have more wins under their belts than my Terapagos does. Or some people be like, I'm surprised you terastallized so early. I'm like, terastallization isn't like some fantastical thing that I wait for at the end of the battle, bro. Like, I'm gonna use it when it's appropriate, like most people usually do. Like, sorry if we use legendaries correctly, I guess. Exactly. And it's so funny because there's so many regular Pokemon that outclass legendaries. I mean, obviously, if you use Uber tier, like, if you use box art legendaries, then yeah, obviously you're gonna have a better chance. Like, if I battle someone with like a freaking Kyogre holding a choice scarf, spamming nothing but water spouts, then yeah, I'm gonna have a rough time, especially if it terastallizes. But the people who are like, I don't know, if people are like, people be acting like sending out a Regieleki or an Articuno is something to be scared of. Like, buddy, it's an Articuno. The RNG saved me for once. The RNG saved me for... Raijin, come on now. Well, that's fine. I can always just switch out. You usually save your Terra for when you want a Pokemon alive or when necessary. That's how you're supposed to play it. It's supposed to be either an offensive strat or a defensive strat. It's not just a, oh yeah, let's go out. It's not supposed to be like this generic anime, oh yeah, let's go all out. Let's go all out at the end of this battle. Like, if I send out my Palafin so I can use Flip Turn and my opponent sends out a Miraidon, I'm going to terastallize it into like Terra Ground so that way I can safely use the Flip Turn. Like, come on now. It's called thinking, chat. But then again, Pokemon fans don't do a lot of thinking, so... Okay, you're very annoying. Please kill it. There's no way you survive a confusion from Perseus. That's what I was about to say. Imagine you still fell asleep. The people who save Terra for last really think they're anime protagonists, huh? Not facts. I remember this one guy, I'm not gonna say his name, but you know, one of the people who stopped participating on my streams because I don't do Scarlet and Violet battles anymore, even though Champions is free, but whatever. He would make a big deal about whether I would, you know, battle him with the level 50, like whether, like, how do I explain it? Like, he would make a big deal about, like, if I use, like, if we set it to, like, normal, like, the normal levels, right? Like, level 50, for example, which is like the normal rule sets, right? It always caps to level 50. But if you want to, you can go all out and, you know, have your Pokemon use like whatever level it's at, you know? So your Pokemon, if your Pokemon is level 90, it's going to be at level 90. If your Pokemon's level 100, it'll be level 100. I typically used to level up all of my Pokemon to level 100. And this guy would always make a big deal whenever I would use normal rules. And I was like, bro, I just do that so that way if someone doesn't have all level 100s. It's not like an unfair advantage and stuff like that. He's like, I want to go all out. I'm like, I think he made like some weird excuse like, oh, level 50, like when it's capped at level 50, the Pokemon aren't as bulky as ever. I'm like, it's calculated based on the level. Like, you're not having a better... What? Cafe Cabin. Freshly squeezed milk. Do I want to go in here? Also, what's going on, Yami? No worries. No worries. We're only like 40 minutes in. You didn't miss much. We've just been battling NPCs. Been worried behind your cat all day today. Oh, damn. Sorry to hear that, though. She went Thursday to get yearly shots, and you had mentioned to the vet that she was having soft stool all week, so he gave you this pill and this antibiotic for her, despite everything being fine with her. Hopefully everything's good with your cat, man. Howdy, traveler. Some of our customers are rowdy types that want to battle. Do what you will with them. I don't mind. It's like a Pokemon equivalent of a brothel. Where's my burn heal? Here we go. I was like, I know I bought them. I always come prepared. You started them on Friday and Saturday afternoon and all day today. She stopped eating, so you stopped the medication and you have to wait until tomorrow to call them and find out what's wrong. Well, I hope it's nothing like serious. Youngster, have you seen the Psyduck cuddled outside? Psyduck are Pokemon that suffer from chronic headaches. I'm afraid we'll have to wait for them to get together. What about you? I'm a collector, and I love honey. I don't care. Y'all just be telling me stuff I don't care about, bro. Like, shut up. I don't care about your damn Munchlax. Actually, Munchlax is like one of the rarest Pokemon in this game, actually. Because it's such a low encounter rate with the honey tree. At least they fixed it. Oh my god. Oh no. Yeah. I need a fighting type bad. That did nothing to you. Yeah, I gotta send out Grottle or something. Bro thinks this is a dubstep video. Bro thinks this is a dubstep stream. To be honest though, I'm kind of glad that I stopped doing the Scarlet and Violet streams and like I started moving on to like other stuff outside of Pokemon 2. Cause like it shows me who actually is sticking around to stick around. Yeah, it shows me who's sticking around to stick around, and it just shows me the people who just here to get their battle fix and then leave. So yeah, shows me who the real fans are. You know what I mean, chat? You may save gimmicks from time to time, but that's mainly because you don't have a favorable matchup. That's fair. Sometimes I don't even terrestrialize, like sometimes I just don't bother with terrestrializing. Unless I have like the stellar type or whatever. What have you done to my Pokemon? It took me forever to catch that thing with honey or whatever. To catch it using honey. Go to a Pokemon Center. I don't know what else to tell you. We were having a heated discussion over Pokemon, the way collectors do. Oh my word, you and Crystal Max. Speaking of collecting, I think I'm gonna get back into Pokemon card collecting, but instead of getting like, ooh, Heracross, instead of getting booster packs and stuff, probably gonna just get I'm probably just gonna buy singles from eBay and try to like do like a living dex sort of. Okay, I know not to send you out anymore. That did way too much damage for my liking. Yeah, that was definitely gonna kill. Okay. But what's it called? I forgot what I was saying. I'm traumatized by the damage that this Heracross is doing to me. Jesus. I know Heracross has a pretty good attack stat, but still. Oh my goodness. Fernando. Don't call my name, don't call my name. Alejandro. I'm not your babe, I'm not your babe. Fernando. W song right there. You'll battle in any game, it just depends on how you feel at the time. That, and you're usually just here to chat and enjoy a stream. Exactly. That's the correct way. That's the correct way to go about a DeAndre stream. I'm laughing at how these trainers are just looking like they're judging us right now. Oh man. I'm gonna heal. I don't know if you're a trainer or not. You know, I vividly remember this area from the anime because I remember there's like a whole thing where Ash wore a freaking maid outfit. Ash did a lot of cross-dressing in the earlier series of the anime. Okay, maybe not a lot, but like it was like 2 episodes or 3. Welcome. This place is my pride and joy. Let me guess, you got a mill tank or something? Oh, a Clefairy? Man, I'm fine. Oh yeah, the Pokemon card thing. So yeah, I'm gonna like buy like singles from eBay and stuff and try to build like a living dex and all that. I'm not sure how I want to go about it though. Like, do I want to get like, I don't know if I want to just get all full art cards. Should I get holos, or should I just get like the Pokemon in general? And honestly, why would you use follow me? This isn't a double battle, sir. Or ma'am, sorry. But yeah, I'm not really sure how exactly I want to go about it. But preferably, I don't want to spend anything more than like $20 on a Pokemon on a single Pokemon card. So obviously I won't be going for like the base set Charizard card or whatever. I'm sorry, no piece of paper should cost more than like no piece of paper should cost more than like $15 in my opinion. That's just me. Like, I'm not one of those people who's gonna just start crashing out and fighting people over pieces of paper with pretty designs on them. I'm a reasonable Pokemon fan, chat. Sir, ma'am, creature, I'm gonna need you to stop. You're just being annoying at this point. Stop it. I take losses with an unusually big smile. And I didn't get to read the rest, because I'm a slow reader, apparently. What you having? Of course, all we ever have is moo-moo milk. I don't want no milk. I should tell you, it's not that we can only get Moo Moo milk, no. We choose to serve only Moo Moo milk. We're very particular about it. Chat, would y'all go to a restaurant just to get some milk? I don't even like milk like that. Oh. I thought he would have given me something or whatever. Sigh. The Psyduck are standing firm. They aren't inclined to move at all. Another honey tree. Ooh, Route 215. That's way too much. That's a waste of time and money, bro. I don't care what cow. I don't care what cow produced that milk, bro. I'm not going to a cafe. I'm not going to a cafe just for some milk, bro. Like, no one's going to a freaking, and I know they charging like $8 per milk, bro. Like, the milk cannot be that good. At that point, just get some water. Exactly. I don't see how people can drink milk, honestly. Like, maybe if it's like sweetened milk, I can do it, but like regular, like just regular milk, nah, I can't. I'm a treasure hunter. Today, the loot is a victory from you. Yeah, we'll see about that. Because guess what? It's raining. It's raining, Calvin. You wanna know what happens with rain? You wanna know what happens with the rain? Swift swim, baby. Swift swim. And I also get water stab as well. So, scrub-a-dub-a-dub. That did like nothing. I need a better water move. I need like water pulse or something. Danu, I swear to God, we're gonna have a problem. Dude, I'm so like under-leveled right now. Danu! Danu! Danu. Trust me, when Danu evolves, it's gonna be the biggest glow-up ever. It's gonna be the biggest glow-up in the entire Animelock franchise. Just trust the process. You basically get free adaptability when you're a water type in rain, exactly. And you outspeed all of your opponents as well. Alright. Fine, I'll send out Kaishin. I'll send out Kaishin. Danu, the day Danu gets like an epic W is the day we— Whoa! Dark Void? Whenever it pulls out the freaking legendary signature moves, I'm just like, what? Alright then. Let's go for a metronome. Leech Life. Oh, this is when Leech Life was ass. Like Leech Life only did like what? Like I don't even want to say 40. I think it did less than that. How much damage did Leech Life used to do? Leech Life did 20. Oh no. That's even worse. Okay, Pursuit. Oh, but this is when Steel used to resist Dark. Yeah, this is when Steel used to resist Dark, chat. Can you stop using moves that it resists? Now look at you! You're asleep! Kai shit. This is disgusting. This is actually disgusting. Please wake up. Yeah, you're right, 20 base power. You caught your Voltorb and got through Rock Tunnel yesterday, thinking of doing a schedule type of thing like me, where I play it one day and something else another day. That works so you don't get burnt out from, you know, so you don't get burnt out from playing the same game over and over again. That makes sense. Yeah, I'm kind of glad that I became a variety streamer, because it gives me more chance to actually like play the games that I've been wanting to play for a while now. Kaishin, can you like wake up, please? That would be great. Even though you're confused. Whoop-de-doo, you hurt yourself. Okay. That critical hit was so unnecessary. Okay, let's do this, Raijin. But yeah, that's the main reason I did the whole switching up thing with the whole, like with what games I play on stream, so I don't get burnt out from doing the same thing over and over and over again. Because if I was just doing like the anime lock for the entire year, I'd be burnt out of this. Like, I'd probably be taking like 7 hiatuses, bro, to tell y'all the truth. Mind you, that was his first Pokemon, by the way. We were struggling with that. We were struggling with that Pokemon for ages, bro. That was only his first Pokemon. I want to give Perseus a chance to try and defeat this Shieldon. Iron Defense ain't gonna save you, baby. I actually like Shieldon. I know a lot of people go for Cranidos and Rampardos, but I was always more of a Shieldon and Bastiodon kind of guy. I'm not gonna lie though, I kind of miss when Pokemon didn't just do like arbitrary like dinosaurs. I like it when they do, like for the fossil Pokemon, I mean, since you know there's so many Pokemon that are like generic dinosaur looking Pokemon, like Marowak for example. I like Pokemon that like, I like it when fossil Pokemon are based off of like obscure extinct animals. I think those are more fun. Hey, what's going on, John? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. Let's go for another magical leaf. Also, this guy kind of has like a cool theme that my evil team is gonna have. Team Relic for my Fakemon, region. So Team Relic's whole thing is that they're kind of like a terrorist group who thinks that civilization is relying too much on technology, and they want to like revert everything back to like the olden days, like to like the old traditional days of the region. And they use like ruinous Pokemon, so they would use like stuff like Bronzor, Cranidos, Shieldon, and all that stuff. All right, let's go ahead and go for a magical leaf. Takedown, will the recoil kill you? Barely. Not even barely didn't. But you barely lived is what I meant to say. You barely lived. Okay, let's go ahead and go for Confusion. No need to waste all of my magical leaves. Avobat for the win. Pokeball. I say it like that. Pokeball. Wait, no. Wrong Pokemon. It is you who is asleep. Wake up, Danu. Yeah, Danu, we need a training arc with you for real, man. You definitely need a training arc. Excuse me? Come here. I slow down and stop at times, sure. I'm only human after all. I'm only human after all. I'm only human after all. Good song, by the way, chat. Do unto others as they do unto you. Yup, it's payback. It's good for it's good for Pokemon battles. But if you do that in real life, there will be no end to the fighting. That's for sure. Nah, it's an eye for an eye, son. It's an eye for an eye. For me, I like to do a tenfold, chat. I like to do a tenfold, chat. You kill my son, the whole family dying. You know, that's gonna be everyone. That's gonna be everyone's freaking first impression of me. That's gonna be everyone's first impression of me. Animelockke. Hey, what's going on, Emma? And what's going on, Andre? Welcome. Welcome, everyone. But yeah, the Animelockke is basically... It's basically a little challenge that I found and kind of made some tweaks for. It's basically supposed to emulate the anime to a specific extent. And... See, Andre got the reference. Don't put the blame on me. Alright, anyway, what I was saying was, basically it's supposed to emulate the anime and how the characters had a harder time than we the players. So, going over the rules so you have an understanding of it. Basically, by the first gym, you have to have a partner Pokemon. It doesn't have to be... I mean, if you want to cosplay as Ash and use his Pokemon, then you can do that. But it's just more of like a... It's just more... Like, you can use whatever Pokemon you want, essentially. It's just more of like a... You know, there's some limitations on what you can do, sort of. So, like, you have to pick, like, a partner Pokemon. It doesn't have to be your starter, but it has to be... But it has to be before the first gym. So... originally it was gonna be like Ash's Pikachu where you were not allowed to evolve it, but since, you know, Pokemon Horizons and all that stuff, you're allowed to evolve your partner, and you have to use it in at least 80% of the battle. 80% of the battles. For captures, you're allowed to use Pokeballs, Apricorn Balls, Safari Balls. You're not allowed to catch legendaries. For battles, you're not allowed to use stuff like potions and like the battle enhancing items, but you can use held items. And you have to match the gym leader size. So if a gym leader has 3 Pokemon, you have to use 3 Pokemon. And if you have more than that, you have to box the rest. For evolutions, like level up evolutions, level up evolutions are only allowed during story battles. So think gym battles, rival battles, evil team battles. For friendship evolutions and move evolutions, those are allowed immediately, since friendship and move evolutions can be a little wonky sometimes. And for evolution, for Pokemon that evolve by evolution stones, you must only get the evolution stone like while you're it has to be an item that you find or be given to you by like an NPC. No buying items and stuff like that, because that kind of cheapens it. You have to follow the trainer code, which means no sacrifice switching, no catching Pokemon just for in-game trades, and you must catch only Pokemon you use that you actually plan on using. And lastly, for gift Pokemon, story gift Pokemon like the Togepi egg from Heart Gold and Soul Silver, that's essentially like, those are mandatory, but optional gifts are your choice. So basically if it gives you the option of yes or no, you don't have to use it if you don't want to. We aren't allowed to use potions. You definitely had to use your potions on a battle in Mount Moon. Oof. Yeah, you're not allowed to use potions. Good to know for now, though. Yeah, let's get back to it. Thumbnail still says Sinnoh begins. Oh, the thumbnail usually stays the same for like until like the champion battle or something. For the most part. Ah, why did he scare me? I saw him standing there like 5 minutes ago. You come along with your hearts pounding. You think you can win like that? Yeah! I do think I can win like that. Glasses are off, son. I'm gonna put them back on. My eyes itch now. My eyes itch. Alright. This rule set could go viral. It could. I would have to credit the guy who actually made it, though. I just made some tweaks here and there. But yeah, no healing items since they never used those in the anime. Yeah, it's basically supposed to like keep Pokemon like it's still supposed to like add some difficulty to it, but without making it too hard like a Nuzlocke, like a typical Nuzlocke or whatever. Because I personally just don't like Nuzlockes at all. Just realized this Weasel's still on the team. I ain't forget about that one lady whose name I forgot. That was a gym leader. Fantina. Yeah, that battle was just tragic. One of these days, Weasel will shine. Just today is just not that day. Today is just not that day. I don't even think in the like next 2 battles he'll be useful either. Revenge. Why did I do so much? Fanta Light. That's the one. Fanta Light. Alright. Let's use like a Brave Bird or something. Okay. It's like the Omnitrix. It's like the Omnitrix from the original Ben 10 series. How it always turned Ben into the wrong alien. But right now it's only giving me the wrong move. And I just realized Metronome is like my only move that can spawn attacks. Theoretically, I don't have a single actual like set attack on this Togetic. But that's okay, Togetic isn't gonna be here much longer. I make it sound like I'm planning on murdering him off screen or something. Why didn't you use that like 5 turns ago? Now look at you. Now look at you. Almost dead. That's all on you too. Why does my eye itch, chat? It's not even the eyeball, it's like the eyelid, bro. It's the whole eye. It's the whole lid. Scrambled egg. Hey, I need my protein somewhere. Hey, speaking of protein, chat, I said that. I know I said this already, but I've been like, man, I've been on my protein gain. I've been on my protein gain lately. Been eating me some beef jerky. Nah, bro, I've been eating these beef jerky, these little beef jerkies that by Jack's Links. It's teriyaki flavored. It's so good. Oh my goodness, it's so good. Beat Cagney Carnation in Cuphead in 54 seconds in regular mode. You never understood Odor Sleuth. What do you mean? What do you mean identified the Pokemon? They play a game of who's that Pokemon? I guess they are able to sniff the ghost or whatever. Cause I guess dogs do that. I guess that makes sense because dogs be seeing things that we don't see. So I guess that checks out. I guess that check out. You'll see how fast you can complete said boss on Expert. Bro's just doing it for the love of the game. There's no overall goal here, chat. Overrated's just doing everything for the love of the game. But yeah, chat, building... Dude, I'm so, like... With that whole Pokemon collection thing that I'm planning on doing for, like, the living decks, but for Pokemon cards, I'm so indecisive on what I actually... On how I want to actually handle doing it. Like, do I want to do holos? Do I want to do full art? Or should I just do, like, random cards? Bro just gurgled on me. Wait, pause. I'm sorry. The fist plate? You were guarding this? There's a text engraved in the back of the obtained plate. 3 beings were born to bind time and space. What the frick that gotta do with fisting? Pause. Kaishin, we gotta talk about that battle. You learned today that Crustle has 3 full art cards. You know what? Good for him, because Crustle's an awesome Pokemon. There's Pokemon that don't have one. You're pretty sure. Fair enough, so I have to, like... I might do full art for the ones that do have it. But for the ones that don't, I'll just get like a random card or whatever. I guess if the card has really good art style. Then the beings started throwing hands. You know what? There we go. That's what happened. Let's just do a max ether. I think that's... Oh no, we had an ether this entire time, but... I didn't bother to read because you guys know Pokemon fans. We can't read, chat. It's in our nature. Like that one Michael Jackson song. And they say, why? Check the sharpness of my fighting Pokemon's moves. Let's see what you got, Derek. Oh wait, I can't make fun of him. He has a Krogunk. We all know Krogunk's a cool Pokemon. Everyone knows that. Everyone knows Krogunk's a cool guy. Love Krogunk. You! Danu. I know Buizel is frail, man, but come on now. Come on now, what are we doing here, what are we doing here, Bweezy Bweez? The freak did my friend just send me? What? Okay. Oh, World Cup watch party. That's what he's... Okay. Because I was like, what the heck is a WC watch party? What did he just use? Crobat has 4. Makes sense because Crobat is a pretty peak design. Love Toxicroak. Toxicroak's cool. I think I like... Yo, Kaishan. Kaishan, if you faint, you're no longer a member of this team. I know I need to be a good trainer, but I can't keep doing this, bro. Went through like 20 super potions on both you and Danu. Y'all need to lock in, please. Of course you have Feint Attack. Of course you have Feint Attack. That didn't do as much as I thought it would, though. Thank God. Oh, he took that Feint Attack personally. And you didn't die. Raijin, how would you like to become a permanent member of this team? Because I wasn't even planning on making Rotom. Man, I wasn't even planning on making Rotom a freaking permanent member, but I might as well. Because he's locking in more than Buizel. But I need Buizel because I need a Surfmon. That's the only reason he's here. That and it can learn ice moves, which I'll need for Cynthia. If you know, you know. Shut up, Derek. Your name's Derek. Actually, your name starts with a D. I like you. Look at this. We're down to freaking 4 super potions. Actually, make that freaking 2, because Raijin also needs healing. Thanks a lot, guys. Super potions don't come easily in this economy. Man. On my nerves. Who in here? Oh, just some berries. But yeah, as I was saying, yeah, Croagunk, I was always one of those people who liked Croagunk more. Because as you guys know, there's some Pokemon that I like more than their evolved forms. Like Cyndaquil, for example. I love Cyndaquil more than I love Quilava and Typhlosion. Quilava and Typhlosion are still cool, but Cyndaquil's where it's at. Oh, I definitely need to... Does Cyndaquil have full art, chat? Does Cyndaquil have a full art card? It's gonna be a freaking scam if he doesn't. I'm gonna look it up. I was holding in a cough when I said that, so it sounded like I was about to be on the verge of crying. Cyndaquil does indeed not have full art, which I think is stupid. Cyndaquil is more deserving. If there's any Pokemon deserving of full art for a Pokemon card, it's Cyndaquil, alright? That's my boy right there. I'm not gonna say he's the best designed Pokemon of all time, but he cool, you know? Now give me that Hyper Potion. I need it more than anyone else. I'm surprised I did not encounter a single Pokemon here. Ooh, a tree! Cut it down. Are there trainers over here? There was no point. What was the point of that? Shut up, Staravia. I think Craigslist needed to make a rule that you're not allowed to sell human beings, because there was like babysitters. It was either that or eBay, where like there was like babysitters who would kidnap people's kids and then try to sell them on Craigslist or eBay or something like that. I remember seeing like a news article about it like years ago. And then they had to like be like, yeah, don't sell, you're not allowed to sell. They had to make a rule saying you're not allowed to sell human beings on one of those sites. I forgot which one it was, but That is crazy. Every drop of sweat I shed makes me that much stronger. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, it's crazy. Bro, that's why I can't that's why I can't have kids, bro. Having to keep those little gremlins alive, bro. Like, I'm just trying to have like a night alone to myself, you know? No taking care of the kids. You did buy a few though is crazy. What do you mean? What do you mean by that, sir? Yo, Gunk. Yo, Gunk. You gonna need to stop that. You know what's funny? That little, the little teeth that Krogunk has. That's just a big old overbite. That's like, bro's got the Timmy Turner special. But he's still cool though. He's still cool though. What you mean you bought a few? What you mean you bought a few? Finally, Kaishin! Something that I want. How? How? And I can't use it no more, because I'm angry. Just to use as free labor to create soothing silver though, then you resold them. So no, resold them is crazy. He didn't free them, he resold them. If this poisons you, I knew it. I had a feeling. I felt a shake in my pinky toe. Die. I should have used uproar. I should have. Don't know why I didn't. At least Perseus is level 27. Yo, my Pokemon have barely gained any levels from this entire area. I'm disgusted. You know what, Akupara? Take care of this disgusting thing. What you mean detect? Bro's got observation hockey. You know what's fun? Detect is so funny to me. Like, you're predicting where your opponent is, like, gonna hit you from, essentially. Like, the Pokemon's not right in front of you, charging at you. I think that's pretty easy to dodge. I don't think you need an entire move to dodge it. I mean, I guess it works for, like, Aerial Ace, I guess. Or Magical Leaf. Ooh. You know what? Bite his neck. Perfect dodge. Yeah, yeah. Keep spamming all them detects. That's what you get, you ugly alien head, chimpanzee looking, frail body being. If you guys couldn't tell, I really don't like Meditite or Medicham, and I hate Mega Medicham. Ugly. You know what? I'm sending out I should have probably sent out Staravia from the get-go, but I don't want to be boring. I don't know why. I love Machop's pose in Gen 4. Bro's just ready for life, man. I'm ready! SpongeBob ad pose. I'm ready to die. You found me an Articuno for the Pokemon card living decks. Ooh. Let me see. I gotta go through all of my Pokemon cards to see which cards I need and which ones I don't need. Okay, Yami, you're banned for 3 days. This is what Yami sent me, chat. This is what Yami sent me, chat. Frickin' Team Rocket's Articuno, bro. What you mean? And then I scrolled up and then I just see this lovely Yo. Yo, that's one of the best screens. This is one of my favorite screenshots of me of all time, bro. Oh man. That's how you know what? That's exactly how I felt looking at that card. That's exactly how I felt. That's exactly how I felt looking at that card. Yo, chat, we good? Yo, chat, we good? Alright. That was my fault. That was my fault. I accidentally closed out the streaming software. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I almost destroyed everything. I almost ended the entire stream just now. But we good, chat. We good. Holy. I thought I was closing out Discord. Hey! Let's battle. Freaking idiot. He did nothing to me. Something about him just pisses me off, chat. I don't know. Just jogging. Getting his life together. Let me get that. Let me get that full heal. Yeah, let me get that full heal. Oh, they're on the top. I was like, where did like the rest of my Pokemon go? But they're like in the top doing whatever. Alright, my bad. Something was like... I thought my Wi-Fi went out for a split second. Alright, so we got some ace trainers or whatever. Wait, what was up here anyway? Let me get that item! Oh wow, Shockwave. A move that none of my Pokemon other than Rotom can learn. Lovely, chat. Positively lovely. Absolutely scrumptious, shall I say. Oh, Kaishin and Perseus can actually learn it. Hold up, hold up, hold up. Might have to teach that to Perseus, low-key. Or Togetic. Although Perseus is more of a permanent member. Spoiler alert. Well, that's not really a spoiler. This is the second time I've used a Gallade on my team, actually. I think these are Ace Trainers. I think Gen 4 has the weakest Ace Trainer design. At least for Sinnoh. I don't like the Ace Trainer designs in this region. I'll take on anyone. It can only make me stronger. I'm taking the Veilstone Gym Challenge, but first... If you're taking the Veilstone Gym Challenge, why the heck are you not in frickin' Dennis and Maya? That's a really blue Gligar. I say that every time Gligar shows up in this... Well, not really blue. It's like purple. I guess they were trying to make it more... like, they were trying to make it more like Gliscor. They're trying to make it more like Gliscor. Gliscor. You know, Ash's Gligar was, or Ash's Gliscor was so iconic, but he did not have a good win record at all. Sinnohian, Sinnohian Gligar. Nah, it's the Hisuian. This is clearly the Hisuian form. You frickin'. You know what? That's fine. That is fine. That's fine. You wanna know why? Because you gonna die. Why is Togetic absolutely massive compared to Grottle? Bro's been pumping, bro. Did they name the region for winds and waves? They did not. Ooh! Double whammy! That's what I like to see. That's what I don't like to see, though. Why are you alive? Why do you live? You're not learning, follow me. Wind Wavian Pokemon it is, then. You need some more... Weewa. I love that abbreviation. I need some more winds and waves news. We'll probably... I think we're gonna get it sometime in, like... I don't think they're gonna have, like... I don't think we're gonna have, like... complete radio silence like we did for Legend ZA. I think we are gonna get some news like sometime this year. I know some people think it's gonna be a summer release for whatever reason. I think it's gonna be I think it's gonna be a November release. I think it's gonna be a November release. Weewa. Wawa. I just think of Wawa. What y'all know about Wawa? I've never been to a Wawa, chat. For those of you who don't know, Wawa's like a... I think it's like a convenience store, right? What is Wawa? What is Wawa? It's like a gas station. Yeah, it's like a gas station. You reckon little trailer and solid release date this December? Probably. We love the abbreviation Weewa. Well, I guess a convenience store is also a gas station. Well, no, there's some convenience stores that don't have gas stations. I found that out in my city. Yep. There's a whole convenience store that just doesn't have like like the whole gas station part is missing. That's crazy, chat. I don't trust it, bro. I don't trust it. They ain't got no windows or nothing. I mean, they got windows, but it's all plastered and stuff like that. And apparently you can get like tracker phones. I don't trust it. They murder people there, chat. They murder people there. Nope. Whole station. Hold the gas. Yep. Just no, like legit, it's just the store. It's just a convenience store. No gas station. I think there's like 3 in my city, actually. Well, city. It's really a town. But still. What was I doing? Keep old moves. I got hung up on frickin' talking about gas stations. Alright. Yeah, I give up on that. Learn an actual move, loser. That was mean. I didn't mean all that. I didn't mean anything by that. Of course, you just happened to use Pursue. You know what? Yeah, you deserve every lick of this Razor Leaf now. I hope it's a critical hit on that Weasel specifically. Oh, but it's a critical hit on the Roselia. I guess that works too. Lovely. Absolutely lovely. Oh yeah, Fairy doesn't exist. Ooh, the sound design for Ominous I don't even care that you killed my Rotom. That was cool. Also, you have a freaking Drift Blim. I want a Drift Blim. Give it to me. I need to put in a cheat so I can catch his Pokemon, chat. I do believe in fairies. I do believe in fairies. I do. Fairy godparents! I can't do the Mr. Crocker voice. Like, that's just not happening. Let go. Put that tongue away. Y'all know if you rip someone's tongue out, it's just guaranteed death, because it's like your tongue is basically like lined up with like your with your whole like digestive tract. And also it's like and also if you like cut your tongue, you could like literally just bleed to death. Don't ask why I know that. I just do. I always love Drifblim's cry. Or whatever the heck he talking about. He said Oh wait, I should have used Rock Smash. I should have used Rock Smash. Akupara? Now is not the time! And he curb stomped you! Gen 4 was peak cries. Honestly, yeah. Real. It may not have my favorite designs. Like like design-wise, Gen 4. What was the point of that? Okay, bro. Like design-wise, there's like a lot of mid. It's like a mix of like, it's like a mix of good design and bad design for me. But the cries were definitely on. The cries were definitely peak. Hit me with a cricket-tune, bro. Oh yeah, that. They were cooking with. I don't know what they was. I don't know what they were thinking by giving him that cry, bro. But they cooked. I don't want to plant a berry. I'm wrong, but you respect me. Gen 4, I just don't have nostalgia for Gen 4 like most people do. The most I have for nostalgia is from the anime. That's it. Other than that, the Pokemon designs, like, it's either like the designs are super fire or they're super mid. Look at these losers. Bowl haircut having ass. Where the Pokemon Center? Oh, right here. The best Pokemon anime for real. See, that I can say. Which ones do I think are mid? Basically like all of the Sinnoh legendaries besides Giratina and Darkrai. Rhyperior. I used to really love Rhyperior, but not anymore. Actually, you know what? Let's do it like this. I have a whole tier list for a reason. Pokemon tier lists, or whatever the heck it was. Was it my Apple ID or my... Or was it my Google password? Dialga's your favorite Pokemon and Rhyperia's in your top 10. Yeah, I'm not... I don't like Dialga. Or Palkia. Palkia's like a slightly better design. Like, it's just a bunch of Pokemon that I just don't care for either. Okay, this is definitely not my account, so I just made a whole new... profile. I think I had a... No, it was Apple. It was Apple, I remember now. Hurry up. When am I... Chat. I'm dumb. I mean, we knew this already, but like, I'm actually dumb. I could have just done this on my... I literally could have just done this on my computer. Let me see. Ranking every single Pokemon. Where y'all at, chat? Where y'all at? I could have just done that the entire time. Is it not working? What? No, not Stream Manager. Oh, I don't have it set to the whatever. Window, I guess. No, that's not what I want. Oh, right here. It literally said it right there. Okay. Oh my goodness, the game is struggling in the background. I'm gonna have to mute the audio for a split second. All right. It's just choppy audio. All right. So S tier. I think for me, mid would be like below C tier. Nah, I guess C could work. Yeah, I don't care much for. I'm more biased. I do like Infernape. I do like Infernape. I don't care much for Chimchar and Monferno. The only reason I care about Monferno is because he's based on Sun Wukong. His Japanese name is actually really cool because his Japanese name Gokuzaru literally translates to Hellfire Monkey, and that's like one of the most badass things I've ever heard in my life. And Ash's Infernape from the anime. That's pretty much it. Starly, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Never thought that the Starly line was that cool. Honestly, they're just birds in my opinion. 90% of, well, my opinion on like 90% of the regional birds is that they're just birds, except for Talonflame and what's his name? Corviknight, who's in my, like, well, he's not in my top 10, but he's up there. Badoo, you guys already know my opinion on baby Pokemon. I don't think they should exist. Like, I don't think they should exist. So, Badoo, I don't care. Roserade, don't care for it. Like, it's a nice design. Cranidos, I think the reason I put it in C tier is because, like, I kind of just like it when fossil Pokemon are more based on obscure animals instead of just being, you know, rather than just dinosaurs. Talonflame is way more normal bird than Edgelord Staraptor. Well, Staraptor's normal and flying. Talonflame is, even though the name is very on the nose, Talonflame's at least a fire and flying type. I don't care for normal and flying types, if you guys couldn't tell. Cranidos is awesome. Like, he's cool, but like the goat himself, where is he at? He's in S tier somewhere. This is a lot of S tier Pokemon, by the way. Where's he at? I need to change Tyranitar. I might put him into B tier. Like, I like him, but not as much anymore, even though he's in my top 10 right now. He'll stay in the top 10 until Gen 10. My opinions change like butter on stew. Don't ask me what that means. I don't even know what the hell did I just say? Right here! Cradilly. I don't know what I just said there. But Cradilly, yeah. So glad Mega Staraptor is fighting and flying. I'm not gonna lie. They clearly just did that because the fan base wanted Staraptor to be fighting and flying. I still don't see how Staraptor, design-wise or Pokedex-wise, is now fighting type, but sure. I don't have a problem with it. Normal and flying is so dumb. Like, yeah, we know it's normal that birds fly. Give them a cool type. They're supposed to be a fantasy creature. Exactly my opinion. Exactly my opinion, Yami. Like, I don't think anyone disagrees that Noctowl should have been psychic and flying. I mean, back then, but the thing is, back then, Staraptor only knew like 2 fighting moves at most. So that's why I was like, it was kind of like the logic of like, oh, Luxray should be electric and dark because it's black and it knows bite. Like, Talonflame is just orange bird. He's still cool though. Mainly because of his ability. This is the one time where competitive actually influences my opinion on a Pokemon. At least before they nerfed it back in like Gen 7. But Gale Wings was freaking busted back in Gen. Even though I never used it personally, it was still pretty good. And plus, I just thought I always just thought that Fletchling and Fletchinder were cool look. Like, I kind of like them, man. I kind of like them. I don't know what it is. I think I just like Robins as opposed to Starlings, bro. Because I don't like Starlings. He is cool, but I'm hating. Yeah, I can tell. Shieldon and Bastiodon, honestly, I think these guys are pretty... I don't have a problem with them. Again, C tier is just more like I'm neutral to it. Burmy, people sleep on Burmy. I think Burmy, even though I think the problem with Burmy is that it's such a great concept, because bagworms are cool animals, but the execution was ass, especially since these Pokemon aren't the best. Pachirisu, Kansu, Bastiodon kind of mid. I disagree. I disagree. Fat fingers, fat fingered the Senpai. I was like, the heck is a Kansu? Kansu. Pachirisu, I never really cared for the Pikachu clones, so that kind of explains why it's there. Cherubi. Okay, my only issue, I don't have a problem with the Cherubi line. My only issue is that this should not be a form. This should not be a form change. This should be a middle stage, and this should have just been the final stage. You were gonna say that Bonsly needs to get sent to Hisui and not come. What did Bonsly do? What did Bonsly do? What did Bonsly do to you, man? I mean, Bonsly shouldn't exist, like I said, but I mean, for Stunky, I don't care for all that much. Like, it just exists. Like, a lot of the Pokemon in the C tiers, like, they just exist for me. Bonsly just exists. Mime Jr., it's adorable, but it just exists. Munchlax just exists, even though I don't think Snorlax needed a pre-evolution. Riolu definitely doesn't need to exist. Lucario's the most everyone gives Charizard and Greninja flack for being the most overrated Pokemon of all time, but I think Lucario's the most overrated of all time. I just don't think he's that cool. There's a lot of problems I have with his design. Pretty sure Bonsly is already in Hisui to begin with. He knows what he did. What did Bonsly do? Mantike is cool. Mantike. I mean, technically, Sinnoh is already Hisui, so he's already there. Look at the custom Bastiodon regional paradox form you made. You sent it to me. Let me see. I am gonna have to switch the windows. Why is it not going to your chat? There we go. Oh! Hold on. Let me go to Meld Studio real quick and show it. This is actually pretty cool. That's pretty cool. You wanted to give it like gears on its leg joints, but you can't draw well enough. Still pretty cool. I like it. I kind of like that the orb, like the weird like energy orb thing is kind of like its entire like face, sort of like it's also the eyes and stuff like that. Where did my mouse go? Right here. All right. Ranking every Pokemon. Anyway, we're back. I love how we're just completely ignoring. I love how we're just completely ignoring the anime lock right now. But this is what happens when people ask me for my opinions on Pokemon. And plus, Andre asked. To be fair, Andre did ask, which Pokemon do I think are like mid? So I shall answer. But yeah, Lucario, I never really cared for Lucario to begin with, so. Mantike is cute, just exists. Rhyperior, again, used to really love Rhyperior, but I can't, like, as I've gotten older and my opinions change like peanut butter on spaghetti, I gotta say, like, I kind of see why people don't like it compared to like Rhydon. But yeah, and don't get me wrong with the Lucario thing. I am not one of those people who thinks that because a Pokemon is popular, it means that I hate it all of a sudden. I love Charizard, I love Greninja, I love Pikachu, but like Lucario is one of those Pokemon where I'm like, I don't see why people love this thing so much. Like, there's so many wrong with his design. In my honest opinion, I think, where is he at? Where is he at? He's here somewhere. He's here somewhere. Gen 6. Where he at? Where is he at? Right here. Right here. Mega Lucario. I think Mega Lucario does... Bro said, is Makuhita considered a Pikachu clone? I you know what? I think so. But yeah, Mega Lucario, it does the design so much better. I could do without the redness. Like, I could do without the weird red markings on it. But without those, I think this is what Lucario should have been in the first place. None of the ZA Mega Evolutions are here, by the way. I did this whole list before ZA came out. For those of you wondering. I'm gonna make a whole video where I rank every single Mega Evolution anyway, so y'all know when that's out. Electivire. I kind of feel like, I don't know, Electivire is just one of those things where it's like, it exists, I don't care for it. Like on one hand, it's like cool, and then on the other hand, it's like, I don't care for it. Palkia, I do like Palkia better than Dialga, but I don't like its arms. I don't like its proportions at all. I don't see why this thing... One, there's nothing about its lore that explains why it's a water type. Two, for me, it's just... There's just too much going on in its design. And its arms are like little weird action figures. That I don't like it. Regigigas is just disappointing. Like, I thought it was cool that, like, the legendaries... That, like, the Reggie trio have, like, a master, but, like, I was just kind of disappointed with it. I don't know how to explain it. But, yeah. Pearls come from the ocean, bro. Okay, that's, like, the whole why Lucario was a steel type thing, where, like, there's nothing in the Pokedex. I'm talking about, like, lore-wise in the Pokedex. Because typically, in like, most Pokedex entries, there's, like, why is this Pokemon, like, for example, not even because of Slow Start, I just think his design is just kind of eh. Like, lore-wise, he's cool. Design-wise, he's just kind of eh. I could do without... I know, I get the whole point of, like, he's so slow and old that moss has grown on him. I could do without it, though. Personally. I don't... Like, for most Pokemon, I don't care about their competitive abilities or anything like that. I just... For me, I rank them mainly on design and, like, whatever. Why wasn't Lapras an endangered type in the early games? What do you mean? I mean, I think it was endangered, but like in later games, like the population has like expanded essentially. But I think I get what you're saying, because its lore is how it's endangered. But I mean, you can tell it's a water. Obviously, you can tell it's a water and ice type. You know, you can tell it's a water and ice type. There's nothing in Palkia's Pokedex that explains water. You know? That explains why it's water, bro. Like, same thing with Lucario being steel type. Sure, I guess the clue is that the little spike that comes out of its chest and in its hands are supposed to be made out of metal. But, like, that's not enough for me, bro. Like, I need more. I need more. You wanted to see trainers go to jail for attempting to kill an endangered species? Hey, Team Rocket, man. Cresselia, again, I don't really care for it. I don't care for its... I love Darkrai. I don't care for its relationship with Cresselia. Shaman. It exists. At least Sky Shaman. I think I put the Hedgehog Yeah, I put it in B tier. I like the hedgehog one. This thing, I don't even know what they were trying to do with Sky Shaman here. He just exists. And then D tier. D tier is like more of like the I will never go out of my way to catch these Pokemon, essentially. Let's see. Oh wait, I passed it. Here we are. So Bidoof and B-Barrel. Bidoof and B-Barrel. I know memes aside. Like, memes aside with the whole Bidoof is Arceus incarnate or whatever. I don't care for them. I don't care for them. I think they're actually quite ugly, honestly. Glameow, I'm not a cat person, so most cats are gonna rank pretty low for me. Alright? Unless they're Incineroar or Meowth, I don't really care about that. I know Gigantamax Meowth is here, but Gigantamax Meowth is here for another reason. They're just goofy little guys. Chatot, don't really care for it. Finneon and Lumineon, I like the idea of them being like bioluminescent fish, but you think Mega Audino is S+ tier? Heavily disagree. Also, I just got beef with Mega Audino in general, so that's why it's in D tier. I hated when Mega Evolutions first came out. I was so disappointed that Mega Audino was the only Gen 5 rep that we got. Tangrowth, I think a Tangela Mega Evolution would have been cool if it wasn't executed this way. Like, I don't know how to explain it. I'm not gonna talk about you because you're a Mega Evolution. You don't. Actually, you know, I will talk about you. I honestly think that Mega Gallade would have been cool if there was just a bit more green on its body. Like, I feel like the green was like a starking, like, I think that was like a striking thing about Gallade's design, was that it had green on it. Like, the green was kind of like a what's the word? Like a prominent feature on Gallade, and then they just kind of removed it, and then it's like, eh. And they still kept the stupid diaper hip. I don't like it. Probopass, I get the whole joke. His mustache is supposed to be made out of like the magnetic sand stuff. That's just because I understand the concept doesn't mean I have to like it. It's like Mega Pyroar. I think Mega Pyroar is one of the dumbest looking Mega Evolutions of all time. I get that it's supposed to be like a joke on like the whole flame kanji becoming a blaze kanji, but just because I understand the concept does not mean I have to like it, you know? Dialga, again, like Palkia, I just think there's too much going on with its design, personally. It's the reason why Mega Rayquaza's here. It's just too much going on with its design. I don't know what the heck they were doing with frickin' Origin Palkia, but eh. I do like it better than Origin Dialga. Manaphy and Fione just should not have existed. And Manaphy, it's just another like cutesy mythical Pokemon. I think Gen 4, what really like downs me on Gen 4 is that there's just too many legendaries. Same thing with Gen 5. Like, I miss when legendaries where there was only like 5 legendaries at total. Now there was like freaking 10 in this region. I think there was 10, and then like Unova went like 1 over, giving us like 11 or something like that. I believe that was the case. But yeah, these are just Pokemon that I just wouldn't go out of my way to use or catch. And then F tier, I just straight up don't like them. Rampardos, I just think its design is cluttered. I think it's ugly. That's just me. If you like Rampardos, cool. I just think that Rampardos is kind of lame. Ambipom, I hate its nose. Yeah, I hate its nose. Like, and I hate that its hands have become, I hate that Apom's hands have become cow udders for whatever reason, and its haircut is so disgusting. There were way too many legendaries after this gen. They started to feel less special. Exactly. They ruined it. It just ruined it for me. And a lot of over-designed legendaries, in my opinion. Wait a minute. Where the heck is Heatran? Oh, he's right there. Okay, I was like, I know Heatran should be here. Because I don't like Heatran. Probably my least favorite legendary of all time. But the Baneri line, I don't care for the Baneri. Cranidos is a better design. I like its simplicity. There's just too much going on for Rampardos, and biologically speaking, this just should not... Like, that thing should be suffering from scoliosis by how hunchbacked it is. Well, in the anime, he stands in an upright position, but in the official artwork, it looks like it's like in a permanent hunchback design. Nah. Unscoliotize my dinosaur, please. And again, like I said about the whole, dinosaur thing, I like it when, because, you know, there's so many Pokemon, like Torterra, for example. I love how I somehow landed on Torterra, like, as a natural instinct, where, like, Torterra, yes, it's based on the land tortoise, but it's also partially based on an Ankylosaurus. Like, I like it when the Pokemon have, like, slightly dinosaur aspect, like, slightly dinosaur style aesthetics to them, rather than just making them the fossil Pokemon. It's why Pokemon like, where is he at? I think he's in D tier. It's why, where is he? Tyrantrum. It's why Tyrantrum doesn't work for me. Like, Tyrantrum is just, well, Tyrantrum's just too over-designed for me, first of all. Second of all, I think that they could have done a better, I think they just could have, there could have been, like, other fossil Pokemon that they could have made. Like a saber-toothed tiger fossil, or a caveman fossil, or something. I don't know. Or not, maybe not that, but, like, you know, I like stuff like obscure extinct animals, like Anorith, for example. I think Anorith is Anorith a B tier, or is he an A tier? Let me see. I think I put him in A tier. Yeah, oh, they're both here. Okay. Yeah, Anorith is based on, like, I think it's like the Anomaloceris. And I think that's, like, one of the coolest, like, extinct animals ever, bro. Hold on, let me see. Hold on. Here we go. Anomaloceris. Yeah, this guy. Look at him, bro. Look at him. Look at him. This is, like, one of the coolest specimens I've ever laid eyes upon, chat. Like, if these things were still alive, I'd have this as a pet. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like, I love him so much, I would cry. I would die for this thing. Like, look at him, chat. Look at that face. How can you hate that face, bro? I kiss him on the mouth. Yep. Anyway. Also, Peep Chimecho in A tier, as he should be. What you mean, ew? Bro, don't hate on the Anomaloceris, bro. The Anomaloceris is one of the coolest animals of all time. Love that guy. He's so cool. He just cool with it. I would play fetch with that thing. I don't think he'll know what the game fetch is, but I'm gonna teach him. You know? Just ancient. Anyway, back to why I don't like these Gen 4 Pokemon specifically. You're trying to look for your boy Garchomp. Garchomp's in S tier. Where is he? Yeah, Garchomp's in S tier. Well, as someone who likes arthropods and stuff like that, of course I'm gonna have a soft spot for the Anomaloceris. It's bugs, shrimps, crustaceans, those are an acquired taste, bro. Those are an acquired taste for me. Alright? Unless they're spiders. I don't do spiders. I'm trying to get rid of my fear, though. The only spiders I'm really afraid of are, like, trapdoor spiders and wolf spiders. Jumping spiders and stuff like that, I'm cool with them because they kind of adorable. But everyone else is just, yeah. But yeah, the Baneri line, I think Baneri is cute. I think Baneri is cute, right? But I don't like the pose. I don't like the pose that Lopunny is in. Like, I don't know, for a game that's supposed to be centered towards children, I think having a Playboy, I don't think having a Playboy style design, I don't, it just weirds me out. And then they make the design even worse with Mega Lopunny, where like it's like the markings on its legs are supposed to be like ripped stockings and stuff. Ugh, I just all right. Licky Licky, I don't care for it. I mean, I never cared about Lickitung to begin with, but I don't like Licky Licky. He's just dumb. And also, what was that dude from the freaking Darkrai movie, Baron Alberto? I hate that guy. He made me hate Licky Licky. Well, okay, I don't hate Licky Licky. I just dislike him. These Pokemon on the bottom, though, these are the guys I hate. These are the ones I hate. Purugly is the worst Gen 4 Pokemon of all time, by the way. It's just ugly. It's just an obese cat. I'm sorry, there's the lore, the designs, the typings of these three are just lame. Uxie is probably the most interesting. Uxie is probably the most interesting because like the whole like its eyes are closed and if it opens if you like look into its actual eyes, like you forget everything and stuff like that. Purugly is supposed to be ugly. So is frickin' Stunfisk, but where's Stunfisk? Where's Stunfisk, huh? Where is he? Oh, is he an A tier? I think he's an A tier. Wait, where's Stunfisk, chat? I can't find there he is. So is Stunfisk. Stunfisk is supposed to be ugly. Have you seen a Stargazer? Have you seen a Stargazer? Have you seen a Stargazer? These things are not supposed to be flattering. Look at him. It's like that SpongeBob meme. Look at it. Look at, oh my god, that scared me. But look at, ooh, when you zoom in it gets worse. Why does it get high? Why does it become higher quality? Oh my, ooh. Yeah, that's I don't even think a mother would love that. But yeah, see, bro, you know, sometimes I think the universe just be making animals, bro. Like, look, oh my, dude, that's a horror movie right there. They really looked at this thing. The universe really made this thing and said, good luck. The universe really looked at this thing and said, good luck. But yeah, the whole like, oh, Purugly's supposed to be ugly. I don't care. It's ugly in a bad way. Stunfisk at least is like, it's derpy and ugly in a good way, you know? Like Flounders and Stargazers aren't supposed to look, you know, cool or cuddly. We went to high school with this guy, is crazy. You know, I know there was like 20 people in high school that definitely looked like him, bro. That looked like the Stargazer. Or like the some people say that the Galar fossils are supposed to be like abomination. Yeah, they're supposed to be abominations. They're based on the Crystal Palace dinosaurs where they just like put random fossils together and made abominations. And that's why they work. But Purugly, it's just dumb, and it's I don't know, maybe I'm just not a big fan of bullies either. I don't like how its whole personality is just Purugly bullies smaller Pokemon out of their net. There's nothing fascinating about this Pokemon, bro. If you like this Pokemon, you probably eat oatmeal raisin cookies, and that's not a good thing. But yeah, But yeah, the Lake Trio, I think Yuxi is supposed to be like, I think Yuxi is the most interesting out of all of them, but like they're still just boring to me. They kind of just come off as Mew clones for me. Like, and like the whole like, oh, knowledge, emotions, and willpower come from these Pokemon. No. It also gave little Dracondre PTSD from Mars's Perugly kicking your ass. Yeah, Mars's Perugly was kind of a pain in the ass. You wish the Lake Guardians had a bit more uniqueness. Exactly, that's the thing that makes me not like them. There's nothing unique about them. I mean, honestly, I think they should have been part fairy or part water or something like that. I mean, you find them in a lake, you know? Make them interesting instead of just, oh yeah, these guys are psychic types because, yeah. Hoopa and F? Yes, Hoopa's an F, because... At least Unbound Hoopa, because Unbound Hoopa's an ugly design to me. There's just too much going on with it. There's way too much going on with the design. If you guys know me, you guys know I hate over-designed Pokemon, hence why Black and White Kyurem are an F tier. Or not F tier, trash tier. Like, I genuinely don't care for these two. Like, if Pokemon up and went, yeah, Black and White Kyurem never existed, I wouldn't complain. In Soothing 1.5, you're making Yuxi pure Psychic, Mesprit pure Fairy, and Azelf Psychic and Fairy. I think they all could have just been part Fairy, in my honest opinion. Or part Water. Something to make them interesting. Origin Dialga, I get it, it's supposed to, again, I get that it's supposed to be this weird, incomplete amalgamation. It's just, it's not executed well in my opinion. Heatran is the lamest legendary Pokemon of all time. Well, okay, maybe not as lame as Tornadus and Landorus, but, you know, these guys are pretty lame, there's no but. But Heatran, there's nothing even about Heatran that makes it legendary, bro. What are my thoughts on Drampa? I think I put Drampa in C tier. It's just a Pokemon. No, I think I put it in D tier. Did I put it in D tier? If it's not D tier, it's C tier then. Where are you? Yeah, it's in D tier. It's not a Pokemon that I would go out of my way. Heatran is cool. Mega Heatran is cool. But this thing, see, Mega Heatran should have been what Heatran should have been. There we go. We're gonna end it on that statement. And then I already explained why I don't like Perugly. So yeah, that's my opinion on all the mid Sinnoh Pokemon. But the ones I really like, however, at this point, chat, hold on. Let me do something real quick. Hold on, chat. You love Drampa? I mean, that's cool. If you love Drampa, Heatran is not better than Mega Heatran, bro. There's a Mega Heatran, yeah, in the Legend ZA DLC. Mega Heatran at least feels like it's a legendary. Like it's this powerful legendary. Like it's this powerful legendary that like can't handle its power so much that it just like starts melting. Like, that's cool. Mega Ass is crazy. You don't care about Heatran much, but its Mega is neat, you'll say. Nah, Mega Heatran is honestly S tier for me. I love Mega Heatran. I love Mega Heatran. Like, they gave it the same treatment that they gave Crabominable. I hate Crabominable. It's my least favorite Pokemon of all time. But Mega Crabominable at least fixes everything that I had. Like, every single problem that I had with regular Crabominable. Anyway, so for the ones that I just like, Yeah, the ones I just like. Piplup's line. Dawn's Piplup was pretty iconic in the anime. Prinplup. I only put Prinplup in here because Piplup and Empoleon are here. Sometimes I get lazy and I just rank the entire line as a whole. What do you mean Mega Crabominable is rubbish? Mega Crabominable is awesome. It actually fixes everything that was disgusting about Crabominable. Like, they actually made it a proper abominable snowman crab. The right way. That's how it should have been designed. Design-wise, in my opinion. Empoleon, he's cool. But I think I like, out of all of them, I think I like Piplup the best out of all of them. Out of the entire line. But that's because, again, I was exposed to the anime. Also, appreciate you subscribing, Marnique, I believe. Yeah, Marnique, appreciate you subscribing. Welcome to the Chill Army. The Shinx line, they're cool. Like, I like them. I mean, there's not really anything that I particularly, it's like I like them. I just like them. Like, I can't really say anything negative about them. I just like them. Buizel and... Okay, I'm gonna be honest. Buizel and Floatzel are only here because I like Ash's Buizel from the anime. And I also... And because I used one in Brilliant Diamond, it kind of rubbed off on me. But if it wasn't for that, they probably would have been in the C tier. Honestly. Sea Slugs are awesome. Sad we didn't get Mega Luxray. I think it would have been cool, but I honestly am glad we didn't because I know people will be like, oh, Luxray needs to be part dark. Just because Pokemon has black fur and learns like 2 dark moves does not mean it needs to be dark type. Electrike is freaking green. Where is he? Where is Electrike? Where is he? I know he's in B tier. There's no way he's in... Dude, there's too many Pokemon. There's no way. No, Electrike and Manectric are B tier. Or maybe I put them in C tier, actually. Oh, they're C tier. Yeah, they're C tier. But yeah, because Manectric is blue, it needs to be electric now. Because Electric's green, it should be grass type. They could just make the Mega more dark-like. But that defeats the whole purpose of Manectric, or not Manectric, of Luxray, because Luxray's whole thing is that it literally uses X-ray vision to navigate through the dark. It's literally the Gleam Eye Pokemon. Its name, Lux, is literally Latin for light. Its name is literally Light Ray. There's nothing, you can't make that dark. Unless he starts shooting dark rays or something. But no, Lux, this is one of the few cases where I have to disagree with the fan base where I'm like, oh, it should be a dark type because it's dark. Like, be more creative, man. Make an ice and electric type Luxray. You know, because Lynxes are actually found, some Lynxes are actually found in like cold regions, you know? And yes, Luxray is a lynx, not a lion. But yeah, Shellos and Gastrodon, slugs are cool, so. In tandem. Oh, I actually used that term correctly. In tandem, together. I get tandem mouse now, because in tandem is together, and a mice. But it's like spelled mouse, like Germans. Ice electric would be cold. Yeah, it would be cooler than the only ice and electric type that we have right now, which is Ice Rotom, who I seemingly can't find for whatever reason. Yeah, I don't know where he is, but I think it's in S. I think all of the Rotom line are in S tier. Yeah, because I just like Rotom. But come on, man. Ice and electric, they could cook so much with ice and electric. That's my thing. Like, people just look at the base color and they're like, oh yeah, it should be this type, it should be that type. Like, maybe maybe look up facts about the links and maybe, you know, how is that the only ice and electric? See, instead of dark and electric, we need to make a regional form of Luxray that's ice and electric. That is something that I actually plan on doing for a future Fakemon region. Chingling. Okay, I know what I said about baby Pokemon, but Chingling is adorable. You know what's funny? I completely forgot about Happiny. We didn't go on about Happiny. Where is Happiny? Happiny should be in F tier. Where the heck is Happiny? Is Happiny in D tier? Where is Happiny? If Happiny is in A tier, I'm deleting my YouTube channel. Okay, it's in D tier. Okay, maybe I don't hate it, but okay. I don't care for it. Yeah. Rotom Heat is the only electric and fire type. See? We need to make more. We need more creativity. Pokemon Insurgents had an ice and electric Gardevoir line. Oh, I didn't know that because I never played it. I've only heard people go on about how great it is. And I don't have the proper equipment to play it on my Mac, so. I mean, I could play it on my Mac, but yeah. The only redeeming quality about Happiny is Brock's Happiny from the Pokemon anime. That's it. But anyway, Chingling, even though I said baby Pokemon shouldn't exist, Chingling is adorable. Like, I would die for Chingling. I would become the Punisher for Chingling. I would slice the moon in half for Chingling. Bronzor and Bronzong are cool, so. I already said my whole opinion on Mega Lucario. I actually quite like Hippowdon, even though I've complained about battling against this thing in competitive so many times because every time I battle against it is when my like grass or water type has fainted or whatever. But I think Hippowdon, I like the concept of Hippopotas and Hippowdon, and yes, that is the actual pronunciation of Hippopotas, not Hippopotas. I like how we went from Platinum Animelocke to tier list overview. You can thank Dracondre for that. You can once you start getting me on Pokemon, bro. Once you start getting me on Pokemon, bro, I can't stop. So I literally saved the game in Veilstone City and then just like turned it off. We're talking about Pokemon for the rest of the stream. We're talking about Pokemon for the rest of the stream. But what I was saying is, I like it's the same reason why Sandile is here. I like the whole concept of making an aquatic animal into like a desert dwelling animal. That's one of my favorite tropes when it comes to fantasy or like sci-fi fantasy, I mean. Snover and Abomasnow, they're pretty cool. Weavile, I put it in B tier because in my personal opinion, where he at? I think Sneasel is a better design. That's just what I think. Wait a second. Oh, okay. Never mind. We're good. Leafeon and Glaceon, these are just the weakest to me, like design-wise. Like they're kind of the lame. They're kind of the like I like them still, but they're just lame to me compared to like the Gen 1 evolutions, the Gen 2 evolutions, and well, I think Sylveon's here too. But I like Sylveon more than I like Leafeon and Glaceon. Yeah, I just think that they could have done more with their design. You know? Like, I like them. They're just my least favorites. Like, I'm one of the few people where it's like, I like Eevee, so therefore I like the rest of the evolutions. Like, there's two types of Eevee fans. You're either like me, where you like Eevee in general, Leafeon is sick, Glaceon is cool. I mean, in your opinion, in my opinion, they're the lamest of the bunch. Only because I think they could have done more with their designs. I just think they could have done more with their designs. Like, imagine like an ice-type version of Flareon, where like, imagine an ice-type version of Flareon, essentially, where like, instead of like just having a weird anime snow cap or whatever the heck that's supposed to be on Glaceon's head, like maybe like have like a snow, like a snow collar or something like that. That would have been so cool in my opinion. With like ice crystals all over it. Like, give it some more pizzazz. That's all I ask for. And for me, I think I'm sorry, I thought that thing was there. They're like top 4 evolutions. Why didn't it search the first time? What you mean I gotta do a CAPTCHA? My IP address. Oh my god, wait, hold on. Well, that's not my actual IP address. Okay. But what you mean I gotta do a CAPTCHA? Well, looky here. I know this isn't official, but looky here. Looky here. I click on the first thing here. Looky. Oh. Okay, Flareon is lame compared to like compared to like not Glaceon, compared to Jolteon and Vaporeon. But I still like Flareon better than Glaceon. Yeah. I think you're like one of the 5 people who likes Leafeon. If it wasn't ass, you think maybe would be your fave if it wasn't ass. You're good. It's not on stream. All right. I was like, yo. Y'all chat. I was like, chat, am I cooked? Okay. I do disagree with Sylveon being here in the top. Like, she's cool. In my opinion, my personal favorite is... Wait a minute! There isn't... what the frick did I just do? I expanded her. There was actually like this like worldwide... Hold on, let me see. Hold on. There was like a list that Emperor Cubone did. I'm not gonna like watch his entire video, but I need to know how to like... What did he do? Hold on, let me see. Emperor Cubone. Also, I would definitely subscribe to him. He's a pretty cool PokeTuber. There's like a website that basically proves that... Jesus Christ, that's loud. Hold on. Is there a link to it? There is a link to it. Yeah, what? So I gotta... Fine. Come on, chat. Y'all know. What? Why is it your favorite? Because it's cute and I like... Why am I typing so aggressively? I don't type like this. What the frick is this? Why is there an S? Wait, hold on. Because I think it's cute and I like the concept of its design. Yeah. That's it. Declare favorite, sure. How long are you gonna save? How long are you gonna slave? Hey! Hey! Chat. Someone's hacking into my computer. That's the only explanation. What if I like restart it? Nope. Okay. Cyndaquil. My name is not Cyndaquil. Cyndaquil. Cute. Oh. Man, why I gotta do all this, bro? Because it's cute. Happy? Okay, I guess while that saves, we just wait. But I personally just think that Leafeon and Glaceon could have had more pizzazz. In my honest opinion, hold on, where is it at? Leafeon. I think I like Gen 2 Leafeon more. Like the beta design from when Leafeon was supposed to be in Gen 2. I think Leafeon from Gen 2 was a much better design in my opinion. I think my internet is just messed up. Like side by side, I think I like the whole roots being like the appendages or like the actual toes is a much like more unique idea than just, oh, Leafeon, but just make some parts of its ears and tail green and leafy. That's just my personal opinion. Like I said, I still like Leafeon. It's just my least favorite of the bunch. Also, I kind of like this like fan-made art style, like this fan-made art of this. I think this kind of it's kind of creepy looking. You know what I mean? It's kind of creepy looking with like the toes and stuff. I honestly would have loved to see this instead of what we got. Because they basically just took Espeon and made it leafy. Same thing with Glaceon. They just took Espeon and made it blue. But like, yeah. Mamoswine. I think Mamoswine is pretty cool. Hold on. I think my entire like internet like had a stroke, chat. Okay, we're good. Did it load yet? We still good, right, chat? What you mean? Edge function returned a non 2-time status. I already did the thing, though. What? No declarations to show right now. What you mean? Oh, here we go. What? What? Game? Chad, this site is disgusting. It like froze my entire screen. Okay, whatever. I was gonna go through like all the Pokemon that were like people's favorites, like a surprising list of favorites. Did you know Absol, as of 2026, is the most popular Gen 6 Pokemon? Which I'm not surprised. Absol is pretty cool. But anyway, Mamoswine, it's a boar combined with a mammoth. That's pretty cool. Gallade is cool. It's no Gardevoir, but Gallade is pretty cool. The only critique I have is the weird UFO diaper hip. And again, I think Shaman's cute, you know. I like hedgehogs, so Shaman existing, that blesses my soul. Now going on to the ones I really like, but not enough to call them favorites. I think Combee and Vespiquen are pretty cool. Yeah, I think Combee and Vespiquen are pretty cool concepts. So yeah, you love top 10. Interesting. I don't really have anything to say to that. I just I like Gallade, you know. I'm not gonna, like I said, it's only that one critique that I have about it. Miss Magius used to be my favorite ghost type of all time. It probably still is as of right now, but well, I'm sure there's like more. No, there's another ghost type that no, Chandelore's my favorite ghost type, honestly, but I think Miss Magius is pretty cool still. Honchkrow, one thing I love about Honchkrow, yes, because that's his name. Yeah, it completely like destroyed the IP, chat. The entire IP is ruined. Could I hold on. Favorite Pokemon. Oh. I'm trying to there we go. What if I like put like a could I like do like a VPN? You guys think if I do like a VPN, right? Hold on. What if I just put it under a different name and then try to put it again and then we can just wait a bit? He is so adorable. I don't know what else you want me to say. Like, I just like Cyndaquil because it's cute. That's literally it. I'm not gonna do like a whole 5-page essay on why Cyndaquil is my favorite Pokemon. It's just cute and adorable. Never feel like you have to defend why you like or dislike something. But yeah, one thing I love about Honchkrow is that it's like, you can interpret it as a wizard, but you can also interpret it as like a mafia boss, and I think that's pretty cool. Mega Garchomp, I like him, just not as much as... I don't love him like I love regular Garchomp. But still pretty cool design altogether. Skorupi and Drapion, I think they're pretty cool. Like a giant, even though Drapion isn't actually that huge at all. Drapion's like 4'11" apparently. Like the average size of a Drapion. But I like the whole like Drapion can like turn its head. Like it can turn like its entire head like 180 degrees to see what's behind it, as showcased in the anime and stuff like that. Krogunk, I think Krogunk is pretty cool. I do prefer it over Toxicroak, but they're both pretty awesome. Carnivine is also pretty cool. I didn't care for Carnivine at first, but I love Venus Flytrap. Even though the Venus Flytrap is like one of the most like generic things you can make a plant creature off of. You know, like the piranha plants from Mario, and like whatever those you guys know those man-eating plants from Zelda. I don't play Zelda, so I don't know their names, but you know, they exist. But yeah, Carnivine's grown on me. My only thing is I honestly think Carnivine would be an S tier if it didn't have eyes. Hear me out. I honestly think that Carnivine would have been awesome if they just didn't give it eyes. That would have been cool. Mega Abomasnow, I honestly love how they actually made this thing like a proper abominable snowman. If you guys couldn't tell, the abominable snowman is like one of my favorite mythological creatures. So you wonder if it'll get an evolution in Winds and Waves. I highly doubt it, since Carnivine is apparently not that popular of a Pokemon, but that would be awesome. That would be cool. It's still safe. You know what? Where the VPN at? Where the VPN at? We're opening a VPN. I grow weary of this chat. I grow weary of this chat. Did it even open? It did open. All right. Maybe the VPN will change. I don't know why the website is like being absolutely disgusting right now. New evolutions are a great way to make Mons more memorable and popular, though. True. But I mean, yeah, you got a point, because nobody cared about Farfetch'd until we got Surfetch'd. Honestly, I kind of prefer Pokemon get new evolutions rather than just giving them Mega Evolutions or like Gigantamax forms or something like that. Maybe I'm biased because not Gigantamax. Maybe I'm biased because Mega Evolution is like my least favorite gimmick, and also the fact that I personally think that Pokemon doesn't need gimmicks, because in my opinion, the gimmick of Pokemon is the Pokemon themselves. Did not care for Primeape before it evolved. A lot of people did because of Ash's Primeape in the anime. Like, a lot of people wanted Ash's Primeape to return even before Annihilate. So it was like, it wasn't like a super popular Pokemon, but it was well liked, I would say. It was well liked. Togekiss, I like Togekiss only for the fact that it actually made Togetic good. Like, dude, I struggled so much to use Togetic so many times in battles. I think I put Togepi and Togetic in S tier, I think. No, I'm a liar. I'm apparently a liar. Hold on, where are they? Oh, they're right here. They're right here in A tier. Yeah, they were in A tier, but like I still love them. I still love them. Togepi and Togetic, those are my children. I love them. Only because the only reason I'm not gonna lie, the only reason I love Togetic is because it reminds me of Ditto from Ben 10 for some reason. I don't know why. It just does. Like it just screams Ditto from Ben 10 for me. But Togekiss made, I'm glad that they made like the Togepi line actually good with Togekiss. So yeah. There's no one on this planet who hates this Pokemon, and if you do, you just have trash. I usually respect people's opinions, but if you hate Yanmega, something's wrong with you mentally and physically. Gliscor, pretty cool. Ash's Gliscor in the anime was pretty iconic, but design-wise, Gliscor is pretty cool, even though I kind of prefer Gligar over it a little bit, but still pretty badass. Actually, no, I would say, nah, Gligar's still, Gliscor's cooler than Gligar. Dusknoir, the whole Grim Reaper aesthetic is pretty cool. And I like that its weird stomach mouth opens up to like another dimension or whatever. That's pretty cool. Give it a bug dragon evolution. I honestly agree. Or they could have just made it bug and dragon to begin with. Darkrai. Darkrai is a pretty cool Pokemon. It's in my top 100 for favorite Pokemon of all time. And Arceus, of course, the god of Pokemon. I honestly just like Arceus in general. Like, I don't know, one of my favorite things about like video games is seeing like how different, like I like seeing the different interpretations of God in different, or just like creator deities in general in fiction. And Arceus is one of my favorite depictions of God in any form of fiction. And I honestly, no, you guys remember Beta? Okay, so we're not gonna get this. You guys remember Beta? Arceus? Beta. Arceus. I'm very like, I'm so glad that like my whole that I don't look up any like weird shit on my computer, bro, so I'm not like exposed. But anyway, like, yeah, like what this Reddit post basically explains about Arceus. It's like regular Arceus is, well, this one isn't doing him justice, but this thing, I don't know, there's something eerie about this form. I know a lot of people call it silly, but I think it's eerie. Yeah, I think it's eerie, personally. Yeah, like regular Arceus, known specifically as the creator of the world, has been bested by countless children, very clearly exists, unless you're from Galar, because Dexit. Very blatant design, very godlike. A llama stuck in a fence. And then you have Beta Arceus, a rough concept largely open for interpretation, cannot be captured, obtained, or even seen in game, debatable whether or not it actually exists, very ethereal design, ambiguous, not a llama stuck in a fence. Yeah, I think I do honestly agree with this. It's conceptually better at portraying God than what we got, but even though what we got is still cool, I think, honestly, yeah, like, see? Like, how this person interpreted, like, if it got, like, the insect plate, its entire body turns into, like, a swarm of insects, basically. That's so cool. And I actually in my headcanon, it's my headcanon that this is actually the true form of Arceus, because remember, the Arceus that you catch in Legends Arceus, that's nothing but a mere avatar. Which explains why there's so many trainers that can have Arceus or whatever. They're just catching a fraction of the true Arceus, and I think that's pretty cool. I think that's a cool interpretation. Now going to the S tier. Obviously, Turtwig is my favorite of the three. That's why I chose Turtwig for my anime lock. Kricketot and Kricketune. Come on, man. One, Kricketot is just adorable. Kricketune. The only thing I hate about Kricketune is that it's ass. That's it. But, like, Kricketune is one of those Pokemon. Typically, I don't care about a Pokemon's competitive viability, but Kricketune is so ass that you can't even, like it's a pain to try to use it in the regular playthrough. But Kricketune's Cry won me over as well. Drifloon and Driftblim are just the best flying types in Sinnoh, honestly. They're just cool concept-wise as well. Also, I love the whole weird... I love the funny Pokedex entry about how Drifloon does not like heavy children. I love that. Spiritomb was a Pokemon that had to grow on me because I was like, okay, it's not that cool. But then after like really thinking about its lore and stuff like that, okay, this thing is pretty cool. The Garchomp is just cool in general. Ash should have evolved as Gible. Honestly, Ash should have caught a Gible early on and then evolve it into a Garchomp. Or at least a Gabite by the end of the series. That would have been cool. It would have been nice to see Ash with a Garchomp or something. Magnezone, again, this is another Pokemon. Magnezone was another Pokemon that took me a while to like really love, because I already loved Magnemite and Magneton. I love how asymmetrical these guys are. But then like Magnezone being like this weird UFO thing, I was like, this feels a little forced. But then after I caught a shiny Magnemite in Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu, and then brought it over to Pokemon Sword and evolved it, I think I honestly grew to love it after using it in like competitive teams and stuff. Gabite's I mean, I love Garchomp, but Gabite could have been a fully evolved Pokemon alone, but I think Garchomp's still cooler, personally. Spiritomb, its walking animation is so silly it should fly. I kind of like that. I kind of like that it doesn't fly around, because the whole like it's a bunch of spirits locked in a keystone, so it's kind of like it's like a demon being punished, essentially. Yeah, that's kind of my thing. I like that interpretation on why it hops around as opposed to just flying like every other ghost type. That's just me though. Porygon Z is pretty cool. I like the Porygon line. Like, there's not much else I can say. They're pretty cool. Frostlass, again, I love Japanese folklore, and I know about the whole Yuki Onna and stuff like that, so of course Frostlass is going to be high up there. It's my favorite ice type of all time. I already explained that I love Rotom. Now, my favorite form of Rotom, now most people would think that I would say the Wash Rotom because I've used it so much. That's only because Wash Rotom is just the best competitively. My actual favorite Rotom is Mo Rotom, because look at him, bro. Man is just happy with life, bro. Like, see, like these two Rotoms, they're just content with life. Frost Rotom is espresso depresso. Heat Rotom's just, huh? He confused. And then Watch Rotom's a cool guy, you know? He's the guy that you bring to, like, he's the guy who, like, he's not really friends with most of your, like, he's the guy that you're friends with, but like the rest of your friends aren't friends with. So it's like they only know him because of you, right? So like Wash Rotom is kind of just like it's more just like like, hey guys, this is my boy Jim, you know, he got a cool water pistol, and like he kind of just becomes friends with the rest of the group, you know. But then you got this maniacal demon. Love him. It's crazy that this was our only grass and electric type until Hisuian, Voltorb, and Electrode. Crazy. We need more. And then of course and then Cryogonal, when DeAndre says his favorite ice type isn't the Snowflake. Where is Cryogonal? I don't even care for Cryogonal like that, to tell you all the truth. I can tell. No, he's probably like in B tier. Where is he? Yeah, he's in B tier. I like Cryogonal, but he's not my favorite. If it's an S tier, then it's a favorite, chat. And yes, Yamper is in one of my like top 100s, bro. I think I just like Corviknight so much because like Corviknight is he's just badass, bro. Like, and he's like 7 feet tall. I don't know. I love him. I normally hate birds, at least like normal birds, because they shit on my car every time I wash it. I'm honestly gonna purchase a gun so I can just shoot any bird that even lands in the vicinity of my car. I don't care. But I love Corviknight. And plus I can't shoot him because he's steel. So it just bounce off and shoot me in the head. And I die. Instantly. That went dark. So fast. But my favorite, honestly I think my favorite Gen 8 Pokemon is probably Centiskorch. Yeah, I think it's Centiskorch. It used to be Dracozolt, but I think Centiskorch is the winner here. But anyway, we're not talking about them. Giratina though, Giratina is like one of the best legendaries ever. Like, if it wasn't for Rayquaza, I think Giratina would have been my favorite legendary. Cause Rayquaza got aura to him, bro. Like, look at him. Also, I just love the absolute, like, I just love that whenever it comes to Deoxys, Rayquaza's just on sight with him, bro. But yeah, that's it. I will make a video going over the ZA Mega Evolutions. It's just, I'd rather that be like a video rather than an entire stream. But I think this is where we'll end it. I love how we just segue, like Overrated said, I love how we just kind of segued. I love how we just kind of segued from talking about we just segued from focusing on the Pokemon crap and like the Pokemon Anime Lock stuff, and just started talking about the Pokemon, like my opinions on specific Pokemon or whatever. But yeah, tomorrow we're back with more Kirby Squeak Squad. I've actually been enjoying that game quite a bit. I know like a lot of people like complain about how easy that game is, but I actually, honestly, nah, it's fine. It's my stream. I do what I want, you know? But yeah, I think my thing with Kirby Squeak Squad is that even though it's easy, I think I kind of like that it's easy. It's a nice change of pace from like Kirby the Amazing Mirror, which I think Kirby and the Amazing Mirror is heavily overrated in my opinion, because like there's too much backtracking. I hate backtracking in video games. Like, just keep me going forward, bro. Why do I need to backtrack to this area? And then the whole, I like that you don't need to like 100% the game to get the true ending for once. So yeah, I'm really loving Kirby Squeak Squad. But yeah, I love you all. I'll see you guys on the next stream. Make sure you like and subscribe and all that. I'm gonna go eat me some jerky. Sometimes an easy game is a nice refresher. Now, before I leave chat, I'm gonna just say this. I prefer an easy game over a difficult game. You know, a game that I can just turn my brain off to and just kill some enemies or whatever. Like that's a game I like. I don't I don't like to rematch the same boss 20 times in a game. That's just not fun to me, you know? But yeah, peace out, y'all. We can have this conversation on another stream, maybe tomorrow or something. Tomorrow.